do you think mom and dad have favorites?
Yeah, I think I'm mom's favorite and your dad's favorite.
I think that's right. Hi, I'm Nazanin, and welcome to my Mehuni. Today's guest is someone I've seen in diapers, someone whose name I chose, and someone who knows enough about me to blackmail me. She has a master's in accounting and in holding me accountable. She's a small business owner selling delicious baked goods and treats, and she's hilarious. She hates when people say, which one of you is older? Some people think we look alike. Most people don't. It's my little sister, Niloofar Nour. Yay!
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So
and her dog,
her
son, my nephew, Miles Doodle Davis.
The light of my life.
Yes. Light
Miles
of my
Doodle
life.
Davis Nour.
Tell us how you chose his name, Nilu.
I really wanted a boy dog, and I always wanted the name Miles. And I love puns and plays on people's names and words.
You don't say.
I was like, Miles Davis. Let's do Miles Doodle Davis.
Okay. And because he's a mini golden doodle.
Yeah. And the first time I took him to the vet, I remember the technician was like, and your pet's name? And like looking down, like didn't care. And I was like, Miles. And then I go, Doodle Davis. And she goes, just the first name's fine. And I was like, wow, rude.
Wow, hater.
Yeah.
Nilu, I think we should just dive right in.
All right.
I want to know, okay, first of all, I want to know, how do you think we're similar versus how you think we're different?
Oh, okay.
Let me
How
count
much
the
time
ways.
do we have? Just kidding. How I think we're similar because based off of what other people tell me is like, oh, you guys are sisters. Like our stupid dad jokes and
mannerisms.
puns and mannerisms.
Yeah.
I've heard like the way that we move our mouths, which that
Who
came
said
out weird.
that?
Like the way we talk.
Actually, when we were all out, remember on Sunday at Black Cat, shout out Silver Lake, and I asked people that haven't met you in person, like, oh, do you think me and Nila look alike? And they were like, no, but when we see your mannerisms and the way you talk and all that kind of stuff, we can tell that you're related.
Totes my goats.
Yeah. I don't know anyone that loves puns as much as you and me.
Yeah. Our humor is pretty similar.
Yeah.
It's
in what way? Very highbrow.
We have our own jokes that we don't even need to say anything. We just look at each other when something stupid happens or funny happens, and we laugh at people.
Yeah.
In a nice way. But
Yeah,
we
don't.
people.
Well, you laugh at people who deserve to be laughed at.
Yeah.
But we don't laugh at people for like things that, we're not making fun of people. People make dumb decisions. Well, sometimes. I don't know. Maybe politically, yeah.
Politically, yeah. We are passionate about the same things, like the same causes.
Yeah.
You're a little more well versed in them than me, but
Okay, thank you so much.
and then how we're different is like
Let me get my scroll.
how we handle conflict sometimes.
Oh, wait. How do you think I handle conflict versus how you handle? And are you talking about conflict between me and you or conflict between me and others? And or
Probably both.
Okay.
A little bit.
How?
Well, like how I like sometimes if we're in an argument, like you're like ready to go and you have like your
true.
speech ready to go, and I'm like, oh my god, I need a minute to think about it.
Okay, but it's not a speech, to be fair.
Whatever. It sounds like a speech.
my points.
I need a minute to rehearse and like talk in the mirror and be like, what am I going to say this be? But I never get the time. But now we've learned that you let me have time. When,
I do
when I need to like cool down a little bit. So that's
when I
been
learned that
helpful.
too, by the way, with us is I had a couple other friends and some ex-boyfriends that were like, you are so quick with your points and you're ready and you have examples and you're da-da-da, and we need time to process and we can't catch up. And then it makes you feel like anyway, my point is so many people said it to me that it helped me realize, oh my God, I've been doing that to Niloofar, and she has said it multiple times.
So your sister said it so many times, but it took other people telling you.
Because, sometimes when your sister or your sibling tells you something, it's like, oh, okay, whatever. You're just saying that because, I don't know, we've known each other the longest or like whatever. But then when you see other people bringing up the same point, you're like, maybe that is a problem I should work on. So, yeah.
Yeah. But that is one.
Conflict resolution.
Just I'm more like you're very like we have to go. We're gonna be late. By the book, and you follow all the rules. And I'm not a rule follower.
Hold on.
And I like to be on my own time. I'm not late to things that are like we have a reservation for a dinner party.
That's wrong.
Okay, I'm like 10 to 15 minutes late. I'm never more than 15 minutes late.
Our cousin Ghazaleh had a 30th birthday party last year. Don't you remember? The reservation was for 8 p.m. and you were like so chill about the time. And I am, because I feel
but that's
like
also a part of ADHD where you think you have more time.
Sure. Yes. But I know other people with ADHD that are on time. So it's either one or the other.
whatever.
Shots fired. No, but I'm saying like when it comes to reservations, like other people's events and things, I really want to make sure that I'm on time. And also like I feel like when you're an actor, you have to be on at set on time. You get picked up at a certain time. You have a call time. Everything is like time. Audition time. You got to be there early so you can prep.
Say
so I
time
feel
again.
like time after time.
It's too soon. Yeah, but anyways, you follow too many rules and I don't.
Okay, I think I follow
Parking
rules
meters.
for certain things.
I
and
never
you-
pay for parking meters
Yeah,
in
but
DC.
and how many parking tickets have
I
you
pay
gotten
for
in
them
DC?
sometimes.
And
I've
how
only
many-
gotten like 4 tickets. in
Nilu,
the
every
last
time I'm
2
home
years.
visiting, Baba's on the like, oh, you're just about to here's another one. You had like a few $100s
They're
in
just
parking
dumb.
tickets.
We're already paying to live there. It's so
I
expensive.
know, but see, that's the difference is you think that there are
They owe
rules
me
that don't
something.
apply to you.
No, I
right.
feel like the city owes me something.
I think
for
the
all
city
the
owes
money
me
that I
something
pay
too,
them.
but I'm not going to like invite them to come give me a ticket.
You asked me the differences. I'm just listening.
No, I know, but I'm saying I think that you are a rule follower in other ways.
Like how?
I don't know, like you're like, you shouldn't cook with this spoon. You must use this type of ladle.
Health. Yes, I'm a huge health nut. That's another difference. I'm like way more into that stuff, and I know it can be annoying. And I'm like, don't use Teflon. You shouldn't be scraping your Teflon pan with a metal utensil. There's like
you're
so many
right.
scratches on it. We're just like cooking with cancer,
Yeah.
essentially.
Everything gives you cancer, I feel like.
Everything gives you cancer, but like you can control some stuff, you know?
What do you think? Tell me your best memories of us in childhood. What do you remember?
I have
best
the
and
worst memory,
Yeah.
and you know this.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary. Like I talk about it in therapy. I'm like, why don't I remember things?
Yeah.
Did something traumatic happen to me that I don't remember? But I don't think that's what's happened. I just think I have a bad memory.
Yeah.
But like childhood memories of all of us together with like all of our childhood friends, like just I don't even know if you were probably not part of like playing outside until like dusk.
Yeah,
Riding our
we're, like-
bikes, like playing kick the can and other stupid games, and just like coming home smelling like the outside, dirty. Making videos, making like that fashion show in the basement. Remember?
That was for one of my birthday parties. We got all of our childhood
funny.
friends together, Goli, Yavar, Bad, Yavedad, and we did a runway show. That when we had that big, like actual like camera. This was really good. And we made commercials.
We made commercials.
We made spoof commercials.
Yeah, that's where I think I started my like jingle making. Even though Yavar made those jingles up, I
Cuddle
think
it.
my love, cuddle it.
Soft and cuddly. Remember?
Yeah, it was good. Good times. So that making videos,
But like, what do you remember of like living with me?
nothing. I don't remember anything. I don't know who you are. I just know like, okay, I have insomnia, as you are very well aware of.
Yeah.
And I have been piecing together that it started from when I was a kid because I had horrible nightmares. I would sleepwalk sometimes. I would sleep talk. And I was just always afraid of the dark and like nighttime, probably because you made me watch horror movies when I was like 5 years old.
I did do that. I'm sorry.
But I liked it. I still I enjoyed it, but I also didn't like it.
we like
So
scaring ourselves.
We
yeah.
like to scare ourselves, but now the world is scary, so we don't really need scary
enough.
movies.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I would try to sneak into her room when she was sleeping because I couldn't sleep by myself, and I would like be so quiet, and I would like stealthily like vampire myself into bed, and you would still wake up like and like so mad that I came in your room.
But I let you stay.
No, sometimes you didn't. So I'd go sleep at the foot of my parents' bed like a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your parents
That's
are my
my
parents.
favorite memory of us.
Like you were a total bitch. Okay, to
I
be
don't
fair,
think
I
I
was
answered
like
this correctly.
11 years old, and so I'm, getting into preteen territory where I'm like,
I
who
was
knows?
like I was like 12, 11. You were definitely a teenager.
Okay, well that's even worse. I
Yeah.
was a teenager. Then I mean, and I remember. Okay, I do remember you would come in, and I remember that there was one point where I think mommy found you on top of the stairs in the townhouse, and like she was so scared because you were sleepwalking. So we actually had to shut your door at night because apparently you couldn't open it when you were sleepwalking.
So maybe I definitely have insomnia
Yeah.
because I'm traumatized.
Speaking of
I was locked in my room. 'cause
why
I
you don't have
wanted to
memories
escape.
for certain years, but you're a big believer.
Are you sure I didn't fall down the stairs one
I
of those
don't
times?
know.
Okay.
You're a big believer in like demonic stuff, so I feel
I'm not
like
a believer in it. I just like I think like there are spirits and
yeah,
ghosts.
like, you're not,
I'm not like
you're not worshiping demons.
satanic,
No, you
like, in a
think that our
cult.
house was haunted, is what I'm saying.
it was haunted.
You think the townhouse was
yeah.
haunted?
I don't think it was like evil haunted. Yes, I have like very vivid memories
Yeah,
of creepy stuff happening when I was home alone.
yeah.
And
Like what?
And so like one time I came home from school. Nobody was home yet. I was in the basement,
Yeah.
which I was already kind of scared of, even though it was like 3 p.m.
Yeah.
And I had the TV on. I was watching some Disney show. And I heard what sounded like someone throwing a basketball from the top of our bedroom stairs to like the closet door. And it hit against the closet door that was right at the bottom of the stairs.
So the place that's not carpeted.
No, it was carpeted.
Oh.
It was like basketball, blah, 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 and then like a bam. And I was like, what the hell was that? And it wasn't like a neighbor. It wasn't like, it sounded like it was in our home. And also I remember Dana lived next door, my best friend.
Yeah.
And they weren't home that day. And the other side, I don't know. Anyways, I was like, I was paralyzed. So like when you wonder, like, what would I do in a scary situation? Like I get paralyzed, I know.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, I muted the TV and I just like listened and I picked up the phone to call like mom or somebody at work, but I think no one answered. And I just like stayed in the basement and I was scared until someone came home.
Oh.
That was one thing. And I would hear like footsteps all the time.
I will give you that.
And it wasn't our neighbors. Like it was not our neighbors.
Yeah. No, I mean, I believe in that stuff. Like even in, my apartment that you have been staying with me in for this last week, there's been times
Oh my God,
where
don't scare me. I have to sleep there today.
No, it's not going to be scary. But there's been times where I have been at the vanity, like washing my face, and I feel it's like a wind, like walking behind me. But what I do, because this is what I've learned from horror movies and just like watching people who believe in that stuff, like the reality show stuff that they've had on these things, I say out loud, I go, anyone that's here, I know is good. I don't invite in any bad spirits.
What a dork.
And
they probably are laughing at you.
maybe. And I say, I know you're here to protect me, or you're hanging out, and that's
fucking
cool.
with you on purpose. Like, ooh, let's blow on her.
And then hold on, let me tell you, one time I was on the rooftop at night. I can't remember who I was with, but I was on the rooftop and I remember, and it sounds so fake, but I said, if there is a spirit up here or in our building in general, show us a sign. I'm not kidding you. 2 seconds later, the pool went like that. And I was like, that's it. The building has...
So a ghost was in the pool and they farted.
Yeah,
that was their sign.
like that, maybe. Cool. All I know is I believed in it. So, what do you think has been, well, when we did live together? Because like so I moved to New York way back in the day. Mm-hmm. I was like 24, 25 when I left, and I went to chase my dreams in New York City. But for a very long time, we lived in the same house. Mm-hmm. What was that like for you? Because I'm going to tell you what it was like for me sometimes. You did not let me talk to you in the morning. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Because we shared a bathroom and had double sinks and all that. And you would come in and I'd be like, hey, and just trying to like joke around with you. And you're like, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee or whatever it was. Yeah.
I don't do that now. I'm not like that now.
Yeah.
Monica, my very good friend, Monica would say the same thing because she's the only person I've actually lived with outside of my sister.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go away to school. I stayed home.
Who's your sister?
This bitch right here.
I love that you talk about me in third person.
For all my fans, I'm just talking to my fans.
Uh-huh.
She would say the same thing because she's very like, oh my God, good morning. Hi, what are you going to do today? What's going on? You want to get happy hour? I'm like, oh my God, I just need like an hour to wake up. I need my coffee.
Yeah.
And then I'm ready to talk. And I feel like it was a similar energy. And I also think like I was young and I was a teenager, and that's like the like years where you're kind of an asshole.
Yeah, you were always mean. You were kind of mean to dad and mom because we moved into a different county.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And he had to take you to school every morning.
In traffic on 66 before it was 4 lanes. We would go like the wildest back road routes to get to school. So it was 2 hours, and school started at 7:20, which is like psychotic to me. I like don't understand who can learn at 7:30 in the morning. So I was in a terrible mood, even though poor Bubba like should have been the one being an asshole to me. Yeah. And he was like just trying to make me laugh and joke around. I'm like, you're not even funny, but like
it's so annoying, Dad.
He would make jokes that I really wanted to laugh at, and I was like, my lip was quivering because I was like, oh, it's funny, but I want to act like I'm just
who else
unhappy.
Does that? That we get annoyed when they do that?
Who?
Our mom.
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think mom and dad have favorites?
Yeah. I think I'm mom's favorite and your dad's favorite.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Why do you think you're mom's favorite?
Honestly, because I went and got a regular job and you didn't. Well, truly, that's one of the main ones.
But I did.
I don't think it's actually based on a lot of merit. I'm just kidding. I think she thinks I'm very like, I don't know. Responsible and like organized and thoughtful and like funny. But then she also, you know, doesn't love some stuff about me. Mainly my crop top wearing.
Yeah, but that's about me too.
Yeah.
But don't you think that you're responsible in a different way than I'm responsible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I've been working since I was 14. Like with no breaks. I worked through college. I know you work too. I'm just saying I've always been like, okay, I have this much money and I want to save this much money and I want to pay this off. And I feel like that is how I'm responsible, but you're like responsible in that way too.
Yeah. I think you're responsible in a way that I don't even think it's responsibility. I think it's not a secret that Sari does not like that I went into entertainment. And so I think that because you went and, you got your master's. And I mean, I just have my bachelor's.
That's what I'm saying. I did like I did the cookie cutter normal thing, which, I regret, but that's okay.
But you can always start over.
Yeah, totally.
What would you want to do if you started over?
I have no idea. I don't know. I always think I do think that I do think I'm funny. Like I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I'm not good at being in front of cameras and stuff. I don't think I get very nervous.
You're doing great right now, little sister.
Well, I did show choir and I was a singer and performer in school, and I loved it. But I remember before every show, I truly was about to pee my pants.
Oh, so you did get pre-show anxiety?
Oh my God, yeah. Especially when I had solos, I couldn't. Remember that one show? Oh my God, I have nightmares about this. It was so bad when it was me and my high school friend.
And you sang Lauryn Hill?
She who should not be named, with Kenny, our other friend, was playing guitar, and it was Lauryn Hill, and it was the first part was a cappella, and he kept strumming the first note, and I was supposed to from there understand what my first note was.
You were supposed to strum your
pain,
it
wasn't fucking connecting in my head, and I was everyone just staring at me. That was the most embarrassing, scariest moment of my life. Yeah, and then we got it, and it was fine, but that was scary. So yeah, I always had really bad anxiety before performing, so that's why I don't know if that would translate well, but I don't know what I want to do. I wish I studied science or something and was working for NASA or something cool.
Wait, I remember that performance because I cried. Do you remember?
No, you always cry.
I was so proud of you, and I was like, oh my God, you're killing me.
You were so proud that I found the note.
Yeah, I actually didn't realize that you were doing that. But that's the thing that, that happens to everybody before they go out. I've had moments when I'm doing a play on stage and I walk and I'm like, oh my God, what is my fucking line? And I forget it and then I get that heart drop feeling, like something bad's about to happen. And then your brain, I think what I've learned about that is if you actually trust that your brain and your body are going to work together, you'll be fine because you always are. Yeah.
I don't trust that all the time.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, your brain has, who do you think's funnier, me or you?
I think that you are way more articulate than me.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That's not funny though. That doesn't mean funny.
No, but you're able to get things out quicker without I'm very much more real time. I just think of stupid things that I say out loud. I think we're both funny
in our own ways.
In a different way.
Okay, but sometimes we're funny together.
Yeah. But sometimes I'm funny by myself and you're not funny.
Well, sometimes I'm funny by myself and you're not funny either.
Okay.
Do you agree that sometimes you hold back your laughter on things I say because you don't want to give me the credit?
Yes, when we were younger, but not anymore.
Pretty fucked up.
I don't do that anymore, but when we were younger, maybe. Or it's you would say something and I was about to say it, but in a different way that I thought was funnier. And I'm like, damn it, she already said my joke. So then I would try to hold my laughter back because I was mad that you got to it first. Again, you're quicker, but my joke was funnier if you would have let me get it out first.
You think your punchline's funnier?
Yeah. And my delivery sometimes.
Well, is it delivery or is it DiGiorno? Oh my God, you're not finishing any of my sentences.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my God.
I didn't know we were supposed to do that.
There you go.
My bad. Wow. Niloofar is so gorgeous. And hilarious. Period. See, you're better at that because you're an actor.
Period is now how we have to do it too, by the way. Okay. We both grew up as children
We are farmers. Okay, there.
No, you and I had very different experiences growing up as the child of Iranian immigrants, because I think there's a lot of stories that you don't even know that happened to me in school that you just found out about in the last few years because I maybe talked about it on social media or something. And I never even told mom and dad stuff that happened, bullying and all that kind of stuff at school and stuff that was related to our background. And I remember because, I was around you a lot when you were in high school and I met a lot of your friends and you had a diverse group of friends as well. But it feels like your experience was way different than mine. You didn't experience bullying but did you experience anything that made you feel different because you were Iranian?
No, I was definitely I felt like I have very vivid memories of this. This is why this is so weird that you brought that up. So was it Deer Park? It was elementary school.
Yeah.
I was always friends with everybody, with the popular kids and the not popular kids and everyone in between. I was always friendly and joking around with everyone.
I was the not popular kid.
And I remember like the boys in school. I don't want to name them, but Matt Hale was one of them.
I remember that name.
Name him. Nick Rhodes.
I remember
like,
Nick Rhodes.
There were these like guys that everyone liked,
and they were
like,
cute.
They were cute,
Yeah.
and I liked them too. But like, I was like, they're not gonna like me because I have like bushy eyebrows and a little bit of a mustache, and I have to nair my legs, and I think I missed a patch because I was scared my mom was gonna come in the bathroom. So like, but we would still like, they would joke around with me, and like I think there was like flirting that happened, but it was still like. Then they'd be like, oh, your mustache. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess that wasn't flirting.
That happened to me too.
So like I did get made fun of a little bit, but no one was like an actual bully and mean to me in that sense, except for my friends, but that came later in life.
The first time I tried to shave, by the way, you were way too little, but like I went it was in the Falls Church apartment, and I went and I shut the door and I locked it, and I took Bubba's razor, and I was like, I didn't know. So I pressed down on my leg and I bled a lot. And then I went and I told mom, and I was like, and she was like, why did you?
That sounds like something you would do now.
Yeah, because I was like, well, I'm going to take this into my own hands. And because I was in middle school, and I remember we had to wear PE shorts. Everybody had to wear the same t-shirt and shorts. And everybody.
And we had hairy legs.
There was 3 girls, specifically 3 white girls. And I remember they, right in front of me, they were like, oh my God, that's a lot of hair. Why aren't you shaving? And I was like, I don't know. And I felt mortified. And then so I tried to sit with my legs tucked under me for a long time. And then I went into the bathroom and took matters into my own hands, and I almost scarred myself for life. I had an incident like that I remember, I'll never forget, on the school bus, and I remember his name too. He like cornered me in the bus, and he was making fun of like, he was like, what do you nair your mustache? Do you eat it? Haha. And your uncle's a terrorist. And then he called me a sand N-word. And that like,
really? You never told me
that?
Yeah. I've been called that too by
one of your friend's
mother
moms.
who was an alcoholic. Yeah.
I'll never forget that story, by the way. Yeah. Anyway, I was going to say, the guy that did that to me, I found him on Facebook randomly. It like came up in my head. I was on a flight, and I was like, you know what? This has been bothering me for a while. I think I'm going to like write this guy a message just to get it off my chest.
You still know who it is?
I remember his name exactly, of course, perfectly.
What's his name?
I won't out him. Yeah. But I messaged him, and I was like, hey, I just want, and I saw on Facebook that he had, cause his like photos were public. He had a daughter. She looked like she was like 7 or something. And I just remember, and I was like, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but we went to the same high school. And he wrote back before I could finish the message. And he was like, oh my God, I do remember you. I think he thought I was about to say something nice. And then I wrote this whole thing where I was like, this is what happened. The memory stayed with me forever. You did this multiple times. It really terrified me. It had such an effect that I still think about it. And I said, I see that you have a daughter, and I really hope that you like raise her in a way.
You aren't a dick?
She wouldn't be unkind. Or if somebody was unkind like that to her, like, you know, I'm sure that would really upset you. And the bubbles kept coming up that he kept typing, and it kept going away, and he never responded. And I was like, okay, so then he knows that he did. He never even tried to defend himself, but it felt good for me to like kind of release that, to be like, oh my God, it's okay. But like, you know, that, I don't know. I think that's also why I'm really, sensitive to bullying. Like when I see other people, even if someone makes a joke, and I think it's like they're making fun of them in some way, whatever it is, their appearance, anything, I get really like protective and defensive.
So do I. Because I haven't been like directly bullied in that way.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, I don't know. I guess when I think about it, it does sound like bullying from people, but I always get like secondhand embarrassment for people too. And it's like the same thing. Like if someone is being unkind to someone, or there's like injustice happening. Yeah. I like always have to bite my tongue, which I don't always, which, you know.
Strong sense of justice we have.
Yeah. But like, I hate it because I know that feeling, like maybe I haven't been directly bullied like that, but I know the feeling, like how it must feel. Yeah. And I hate that for people.
You're like embarrassed and awkward and hot.
After you wrote this guy, were you like, I just wanted to get that off my hairy chest? That would have been funny.
No. Wait, but I remember the story that you told me of, her name was Emily, right?
Yeah.
Fucking bitch. You were at a house party, because we didn't say her last name. Emily. Yeah. Was it her house?
Yeah, it was. We weren't having a house party. There was like just 4 of us there, like hanging out. We were in her room, like we were just like being silly and like I don't remember what we were doing. We were just being girls and like, you know, having her mom's like wine coolers or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what set her off. I think we were like trying to leave the house to go somewhere, and she just like chased after us. And I was with my other friend who's brown, and she yelled at us, and then she said that word, and I had never heard that word before. Sand N-word. I had never heard it before, so I was like. But it didn't feel good. And then later I went home and I was like, that was not cool. And she apologized years later, by the way.
Who?
She,
the
like,
mom?
Her mom. She got sober and she apologized years later.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
She reached out to you like what?
No, I went to like a party at Emily's house and she was there.
What did her mom say? How did she bring it up?
I don't remember. She was just like, I'm so sorry about that day. And I was like, oh, it's okay. Like, she didn't say it because we both knew what she was talking about.
Right.
But yeah, like.
Were you like, are you still racist or?
I didn't say
You gave up the alcohol. Did you give up the racism?
I didn't say that. I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I got really upset when I heard that story actually.
Yeah.
And then, so like I went to Persian school for like many years growing up, and then mom and dad put you in for like a year.
I'm still mad about this to this day.
I know you are. And I want you to explain to me what about it makes you so upset.
It's just like so my parents put me in Farsi school for one summer. I don't know. It was like, and they said I complained about it because it was a Saturday class that I had to wake up for every day. And like, of course I'm going to complain about it. I'm a child, but I remember doing my homework and I was very like adamant on doing my homework, and I took pride in it, and I would always get 20s, Beast, which is like an A+.
You had really good handwriting. I'll give you that.
I have terrible handwriting, which is funny for in English. And they said I complained. I don't remember. I really feel like they didn't want to drive me. And
you say you don't have memories from your childhood, so
I do have memories. I think that's the trauma that happened. So I feel like they like put more energy into you learning how to read and write, which sucks because now I can't read or write Farsi. I can speak it and understand it, but I don't know how to read and write it. And same thing for sports. Like if I wanted to try a sport, I would only do it for a bit of time, or they wouldn't really like encourage me to do it. Whereas like I see like white people's parents and they're like, oh my God, you should try it for the soccer. They put him in fucking everything. Like try everything and see what you like. I wish that they had done that for me.
Yeah.
Cause like, I feel like I'd be a really good volleyball player if I had any athletic bones in my body.
Well, I was going to say, I do think there's something to the fact that like immigrants working hard, always making sure we're connected to our culture in different ways. And then some part of them probably also got tired of, you know what I mean? Like I was first. So there's a lot of things that I broke in for you. But then there's maybe, I don't even think I put up a fight. Mom said I didn't put up a fight for Farsi school because a lot of our good friends went there. Yav Arted on, Bardia. I liked going. But I feel like they got to a point where I think they didn't want to deal with the like, and they're like, oh my God, fine. Okay, Naro. But I think they regret not.
I don't even know if I did that. I don't remember doing that.
You must have, because I went for 7 years.
I don't know.
And you were too little. So I think you went toward the end of me going, because I started going when I was 7 and you were like just born. So, but yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's hard.
No, I get it. I'm not mad at them. I'm just mad at them.
Are you sure? Yeah. Because every time it comes up, you're like, do you get annoyed when I read Farsi in front of you?
No.
When I can translate things?
Not at all.
Yeah. You do send me stuff too. You're like, what's this guy saying?
I know, like, do you
remember the alphabet?
Very good at context clues. Like I know a lot of the big words and phrases you use just by like piecing together your sentence that you're saying.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like I would have picked it up quickly, but it's okay.
What would you have done if you didn't think you had to be a good Iranian girl and get your degree and master's in accounting and then go work in it?
I would have like taken a long gap year or 3.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Well, you're not in between school, but like you went and did
for like a month and a half. But like I would have done a lot before. I would have gone like to study abroad or something. It's also not all their fault. Like I was probably
I don't think it is
scared, but it's because of like hearing mom. Our mom is very careful and like
cautious,
which makes sense. Cautious because she came to another country when she was 19 and had to work hard her whole entire life. So like I get it, but I was never encouraged to like follow my dreams. Yeah. I just thought I needed to do this and do this and do this and have a job. And I definitely would have like traveled to figure out what I like. I mean, I was really into singing. I don't think I'm like Beyonce, but like maybe I would have like gone down that route or something and just tried to.
So you think you would have gone into the arts too?
Which I feel like I might have either arts or like science or some sort of combination, like a performer.
Something with clouds.
I'd be a performer in space.
I was gonna say any science or geology question I have, I text you.
Yeah, I was really into geology.
You were.
I still am into like weather and like the sky. I'm always looking up into the sky, like, oh, that's Jupiter. Yeah. You can see this right now, and yeah.
Wait, but like, okay, so you did travel a lot. You didn't take a gap year, but you travel a lot in general. I know you think you don't, but you do. Mm-hmm. But also you did something a few years ago when you went on a world tour of Europe and stuff.
My solo trip?
Yeah. What made you want to do that? And why? And what did you get from it? What were your like best memories? And other than the
okay, well, relax.
Probably
relax.
Some decisions you made that were not responsible.
Yeah, I definitely have guardian angels watching over me because I think like other people, I've done a lot of stupid things where like I could have died or something. But I do think I have good intuition. So like I would have never gone into those situations.
What was one of the things that happened that you were like, oh, now that I look back at that, that was probably not the best safe decision?
Like
what was that motorcycle thing?
Yeah. So when I started my solo trip in Italy. I always had a dream of going to Italy. I don't know where it came from. I truly don't. I just was like, I feel like I would love the vibes in Italy. Like I would love that vibe. Like the spritz o'clock, the rosé, the gelato, the Vespa riding.
Wait, do you think people in Italy say spritz o'clock?
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
But they have an accent.
Spritz o'clock, yeah.
It's spritz o'clock.
Balake.
And it's beautiful. And like, I love beaches and I love landscape and like, that's like my vibe. Landscape.
I love landscape.
I love landscape. Like I love a good like rock formation in the middle of the ocean.
Love a
and,
good
like,
rock formation.
And a good like nude beach. But like I don't want to participate, but like you can participate and I'm going to talk about it later to my friends. Like that's entertaining to me, you know?
So you're a voyeur?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a voyeur. I object. I'm not dumb. I'm just kidding.
Sustained.
Yeah. So I landed in Naples and then I took like a ferry 45 minutes to this island called Ischia, which is gorgeous. And like when I went, it was like 7 years ago. So it wasn't as big of a tourist thing. Anyways, I was like at some restaurant probably. And this gentleman was there and he was like my age and he was very nice. And we were just chatting and he had friends that worked at the bar. And I was asking him where to go. Like, what should I see? Like, what do you think I should do while I'm here? And so he was like, I'll take you on, like, I'm going to take you to the hot springs. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, let me go get my stuff. He's like, no, it's better at night. And I was like, oh my God, that sounds great. I love stars. I love to see the stars from the beach because it's beautiful. So he came and picked me up from my Airbnb.
He's like, don't worry about the rope and the bandages that are back there. And the zip ties. That's for my other job.
Yeah, I'd had a few spritzes.
And spritz o'clock.
He's like, just hop on the Vespa. He had a helmet for me. Okay. So I was on the back of a Vespa. We went like all the way like up and then down this winding mountain. He was driving pretty safely though. And it was like pretty.
He was a cautious serial killer.
He was cautious. There's nobody else on the road, which probably was scary.
Yeah.
A scary thing. Anyways, you go down to this like hot springs and there's like 4 other people that are like clearly like younger and like hammered.
Yeah.
And so we just like hung out in the hot springs and then he drove me back and I made it very clear that like I wasn't like interested in anything romantic.
Yeah.
And he was a perfect gentleman, very nice. And he dropped me off and he gave me a bottle of wine.
Oh.
That I drank that could have also been poisoned.
Yes.
But I drank it later, not in front of him.
And when I was talking about how we are responsible in different ways.
Yeah, like I'm more adventurous in that way. Because I remember when I was going, you and mom were chirping in my ear to not do it. Mom was like crying like I was going to die.
Okay,
she's
but
like, she's
also
going to war.
I calmed her down a lot and was like, of course, Nilu, you're going by yourself as a girl traveling across Europe. Like any family is going to be worried about you, but you still did it. And we were as supportive as could be. I kept them calm. Sometimes I freaked out, but I didn't let you see it.
I was so safe.
You weren't that safe sometimes, I feel
so
like this, exhibit A.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the other thing? Oh, I was going to say about Italy. Cause when we went, we met
you guys came and met up with me.
We met you in Milan and then we went to Lake Como.
Beautiful trip for them.
You did actually. You're really good. I will say you're an excellent trip organizer. I know that like, I just have to, Venmo you and or not Venmo you as much as I can. Okay. And you take care of everything else.
Okay. We are sisters.
Bum, 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 bum. No, but I was going to say, Italy, when we were in Milan, remember we went out that night together, mom and dad went to sleep and then
to the hookah bar?
No, remember the guys that we just met in line for this bar. And then they were like,
was one of them.
And they were like, come with us and we'll take you. And in that moment I looked at them, I was like, yeah, they seem so harmless.
Yeah, that's what I did the whole time I was there.
Yeah. And so me and you went and they took us to like 3 different places. They were all fun and poppin' and they were all such gentlemen. They walked us to the bathrooms.
We met up with their girlfriends too. It wasn't not their girlfriends, but like their friends.
Female friends, yeah. And it was so fun. So like, I think, you can always suss out a situation. Riding someone's Vespa at night down a windy road to the beach, I don't know.
Yeah, but like that's a good memory now I have. And if I was like scared and like timid, I wouldn't have done that.
Well, it's a good memory that you have because
I'm alive to tell it.
Yeah, I know. No, but there are like really bad stories that happen. So I never want that to be us. But
anyway,
what was your favorite country to visit?
Definitely Italy.
Why?
I just fucking love Italy. The vibe, the people. They were pretty kind. They're like pretty nice. Like some places hate Americans, so I would just be like, I am Irani, and I would act like I'm not American.
That's what I would do when I travel and they don't like Americans. I'm like, oh, I'm Iranian actually.
And it's just beautiful, like the scenery. Like Tuscany, Florence is like my one of my favorite places. Like I want to get married there in the future.
Yeah, you will.
Shout out future husband.
Yeah, inshallah, mashallah.
Yeah, it's just the wine, the food, the culture, gorgeousness. The guys were very cute. Yeah, I also loved Portugal, and we did that together.
Portugal was really. Yes, that was really fun too.
And I love Brazil, and I did that a couple years ago, and that was fun.
Kalani keeps saying we should go with her.
Yeah, we should.
Shout out to Kalani.
Yeah.
What do you think? Okay, now that you've been in LA for a week and you visited here a few times, what's the biggest? Okay, so because we grew up in the DMV, shout out, Northern Virginia, DC metropolitan area. But what do you think the biggest differences are of that part of the East Coast and LA?
Honestly, the curbs. Why are the curbs so high?
The curbs are so high here.
Every time I open the door, she's like, "Don't hit the curb." I'm like, "Why would I hit the? Like, how would it?"
And I say to everybody, even people who live here, I'm like, "Watch the curb, watch the door, watch the curb." Yeah, they're so high. I actually don't know. Wait, do you know why the curbs in LA are so high? What big trucks? Oh,
yeah, it makes no sense.
I thought you meant for like
I thought like maybe people
street cleaning.
No, I think people are just like want to be fit here, so
I wonder why.
They just want an extra like opportunity. To
Oh wait, no, I have an idea why.
Workouts.
Hold on, we can Google it. Maybe it's because we don't get rain a lot. When it rains here, everything could flood easily, so the sidewalks have to be higher so the water doesn't come over it into like homes and stuff.
Need to fact check that.
I think so. I think that's what it is.
But the biggest differences are that the people are just different. It's a different vibe of people.
Yeah.
There have been really friendly people, but there's been a lot of not friendly people.
Yeah, I feel like you've had the luck this week of just like running into people that have attitudes.
Yeah, but also really nice people.
Yeah.
Like Isa from our lunch yesterday. They gave us a bunch of free
Shout
stuff.
Out to
because he's from Baltimore.
He is from Baltimore, that's why. But he's, oh my God, what's the name of the restaurant we went to? It was a cafe. God damn it, it's on La Brea. Something wood. It's something tree. Pinewood, beechwood,
hardwood.
Cafe, hardwood.
Morningwood
Cafe.
Yeah.
Oh man, Sycamore Kitchen. Sycamore tree. That's what I was trying to remember. Sycamore Kitchen, shout out to them because they had a really friendly staff and really good food. Do you have memories? You have to. What are your favorite memories from Iran? Do you remember the first time we went because you were like 3?
I just remember the oh my God, I've been on the back of motorcycles a lot. I just remember the story of I was with
Arya.
Our youngest. Well, he's our cousin.
Who?
Arya's our cousin, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying you went on Arya's motorcycle.
Yes, he took me on the back. I was like 3 though. So I don't know how that was allowed.
It's very unsafe because it was Iran.
And he he took me to get ice cream and I guess I dropped the ice cream cone and I was crying and he took me back to get another one. That's like the only thing I remember. And I remember I loved him.
Do you remember the haircut they gave you?
No, but I know the photo.
Niloofar has really curly hair, and especially at 3,
we should find the photo. And show
we should. I'll try to have it, but it's like huge. Your hair is huge, and oh, sorry.
Oh, don't. She's gonna start crying now. It's okay. Sorry. So I had pigtails all the time. I have very curly hair, and I had 2 pigtails all the time right here. And I went to take a nap. And I woke up from my nap and we would only go to Iran in the summer and it was hot as balls in the summer.
And we would go to Ahvaz too.
Ahvaz is like they cut off my pigtails in my sleep. Like there was no rhyme or reason. They didn't shape anything. They just cut off my pigtails. So I woke up and I have an afro and I'm wearing a big t-shirt and I'm just like, my t-shirt's up and I just look so satisfied. I'm like, oh,
you were
I feel
so
much
happy
better.
though.
Yeah.
And I remember mom said she went and she was like, oh my God, she cut a shaggy because you literally just had
an afro.
Well, you also, it looked like a clown wig.
Yeah,
like
I had a clown afro wig.
But you looked so cute. You were the cutest baby, the cutest child. You really were.
Especially when I cried.
You did. This is a memory. I know, we can talk about it, but I just...
No, now that you're crying, I don't want to make you cry more.
I always feel guilty about it.
Oh my God, stop.
Yeah.
Want me to punch you in the face?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Oh my God, that was like really... But what are some of the... Do you remember? Oh my God. Do you remember when we almost got in a car? No, we got in a car accident in Iran. Oh my God. And do you remember that there's some intuition that we have in our family because Amu Ahmad, that night we kept starting. We were like, we want to go out. And our cousins, we just won't say names just to be safe.
And going out meant like going for a drive.
Going for a drive, going to the cafes, like just hanging out with people out like on the roads, like the windy roads. People like there's, stands set up for food and kids, they have nothing. Can't go many places. So at the parks, whatever it was, there was always like liveliness and music and hookah and food. And everyone would just kind of stop on the side of these mountainous roads and hang out together. So we went to do that.
Yeah.
And our uncle kept being like, I really think you guys should stay home. It's like he had this sense. Anyway, one of our amus. And then so we go, you're in the back seat with one of our cousins and our cousin's driving and I'm in the passenger seat. And he makes a turn on this windy road and some car just came and fucking T-boned us.
We were going down the mountain.
T-boned right into us. We were going down the mountain.
Yeah. And there's like no guardrails.
No guardrails.
Yeah. And so many people die in Iran of car accidents because of this exact reason.
So scary. And do you remember what happened? Because like it was 3 of us girls and just him. One of my male cousins was driving.
Hold on, wait, sorry. I remember when we got in, because
Yeah.
like we're from America, I buckled my seatbelt and they all laughed and made fun of us.
Yeah.
And good thing we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good thing that we did. And so we get out, and the car that hit us, spun out in front of us, they get out, all guys, and they try to blame our cousin for it. And I remember I was like, I don't know what to do. And I tried to get out because I was like, I got to go help. And he was like, no, sit in the car. It's going to be worse if you come try to do something or say something, and you're American and blah, blah, blah. So we hang back, and then we're watching our cousin get blamed for something. And it was so frustrating. And then we saw that the trunk of the car in front of us, the guys that hit us, had alcohol in it, which obviously is, illegal in the Islamic Republic. And so they obviously didn't want to get in trouble. Police came, and I just remember the police actually let both of us go and was like, you guys need to just resolve this on your own. So thankfully nobody was, arrested or anything like that. But it was, and then we went home with our tail in between our legs, and my amu, remember, they never make us feel bad for anything, but he was like, we're so glad you're safe. And I was like, yeah, we should have listened to you. That was bad. And that was the second time we had a car incident. Remember when you were in the car that almost fell off the side of the cliff?
Yeah.
That was scary.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, there's 2 incidents that happened. I just remember
we were in different cars.
Yeah, we were in different cars, and the car you were in was on the side could go down the hill, and we were on the mountainside, and they were racing each other. And then that one spun out, and then I swear to God, my life flashed before my eyes, and for like 1 second, I thought Nilu's about to die. And then I made them pull over, and I was like, you're getting in the car with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, everybody's got to drive safe.
Boys are just idiots.
Boys are idiots.
That just goes along with the boys.
I know, boys are idiots. But what other memories do you have of Iran? Like, what do you remember? Like, I remember, just Mehmuni is with the family, walking through the streets, a specific smell Iran has, like gasoline.
There's definitely a specific smell, but my most, one memory, there's 2 separate ones. One is when we were at Khalamina's house, and I had to go to the bathroom outside, and like I have a small bladder, and this has been my whole life, and I was like, I have to pee in the middle of the night, like I'm gonna have to go outside, there's bugs.
Oh yeah.
And I would wake you up to come with me, and we went, and there was like a giant, like probably roach or something, and there was like we saw a snake one time, so like that was my like most, but we would crack up after, because we would be so scared that we would be like, oh my God, stop it, I'm scared, and we would start cracking up.
Yeah.
So that is one memory. And then the other one is when you, mom and dad were all sleeping in one room in Khalamina's house.
Yeah.
And I was hot, and I was always complaining about being hot, and then Baba making fun of me.
Yeah.
And like making us laugh because he kept imitating me. Like, God damn it, I'm so hot. I'm so fucking hot. Remember you make fun of me?
Do you remember when Sadegh was teaching us how they make kalapacha?
Yes.
And the way he was
That
describing it, that, and I have it on video somewhere. That was really funny. But like, you would get really, I remember that when we would go though, you would get really frustrated. And I mean, we haven't been since 2010. That was the last time we went and we were together. But like, I kind of was like, okay, this is terrible here. Like, it's, gender apartheid regime. So, and we have to forcefully cover, or else you can get arrested, beaten. And there's a different,
again, it's hard for me to listen to authority. I don't like following rules. So
exactly.
that really bothered me. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. And I just remember you would get really upset about it, because one time we were walking, I tried to do the whole thing of like, okay, we're only here for a month, and we're going to have fun with our families. So like, try not to get so irritated. And you were like, yeah, but this is so stupid, and we have to wear this over our jeans. And like, oh my God, remember so I get it, because of course, like that's how we all feel. But I feel like you got bothered more, to a point where like I tried to like not think about it. And that's a good,
I'm not good at disassociating. That's like something that that's always been how I am. Like I can't, like if something's wrong, it's on my face. I can't like act like I'm fine. Like it's very hard for me.
Yeah, it's because I also didn't want the family to feel bad. You know what? Because they would
I wanted them to feel terrible.
No, but like they would feel, if you said something, I feel like they would take it like.
No, I know.
God,
I didn't say anything in front of them.
No, you didn't.
I would say it to you.
I'm just saying, I could see like they felt bad that we had to deal with it, and I felt bad that they have to deal with it every day.
And that they felt bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that they would. I was like, don't feel bad for us. We're fine.
Yeah, we feel bad for you.
Yeah. Or like we would say one thing. Do you remember we were like, we didn't have peanut butter, and we were so used to having peanut butter in the morning on toast. And then like we said something about peanut butter, and like Sadegh left. And then we were like, where's Sadegh? And she's like, oh, barmigard zud. And turns out he went to like 3 or 4 different groceries to find peanut butter for us and brought back a bunch of different kinds of peanut butter.
It was gross peanut butter.
No.
It wasn't good. Just like the ketchup there is so different.
But because it's natural, you should like it. It's
gross.
Organic.
I know. But that's
all
about
ketchup.
Health stuff, but I love regular ketchup.
No, but if you have organic ketchup here from like Trader Joe's.
Yeah, but it tastes like regular ketchup.
No, it tastes like the kind that was in Iran.
No, the kind in Iran, it tastes like they put a bunch of tomatoes in a vat and they all stepped on them and then they put them in packages. And
Probably
sold them.
what they did. Agree to disagree.
Okay.
How did you like their pizza?
Gross.
Okay, I like the pizza. I don't like that people put ketchup on it.
Well, that's probably why I didn't like it.
So what's the food that you really like there? I'll tell you what I like first.
Iranian food and the kulucha.
Okay, kuluchas are good. I love the delejigar from the side of the streets. You never ate that. You didn't eat that stuff.
Yeah.
Ab Havij, Ab Talebi on the side of the streets.
Oh, all the sugar drinks they would give us. I liked.
The toot.
Yeah.
Everything was really good.
Toot, motherfucker.
What do you think the biggest problem is right now in dating?
Wow.
Dating in America.
This is a whole nother topic. So I think that people are mostly, I guess men, are unable to be social. Mm-hmm. They're awkward. They have to like be on an app in order to be social. Mm-hmm. And even on there, they don't come across well on apps. Mm-hmm. I think they lost their mojo and ability to like have balls.
Wait, do you mean because people don't, we've talked about this before. We think guys don't approach anymore.
They don't approach. They don't like try to make like small talk even like let's say you're out with your friends and like I have really hot friends and like you have really hot friends and we're all out somewhere.
Yeah.
And there's a group of guys that are cute. Like nobody is like mingling. It's so weird. And like usually like the girls are more prone to like, oh, I'm going to go say something. Or like you give them, you give the eyes, like you give the look and then they hold your eye contact, but that's it. And you're like, hello, that was your opening, bro. Heller.
I think some of it is that they have a girlfriend or something, and some of it is I think apps have ruined a lot of things, which is why I don't use apps.
Yeah, apps do ruin things.
I did apps once for 2 months, and I had so many stories from those apps.
I mean, so many stories.
What was your best app story and your worst?
No,
app
I
story?
can't do it because if I ever try stand-up comedy, one of them is going to be like part of my bit. But it was really bad.
You can still say it here.
It was from a Hinge dating app.
Yeah. It was from Hinge.
It was from Hinge.
Yeah.
So like I did dating apps, like this was in 2017 or something. Like I did it for a few months because everyone was like, just try it. I barely go on it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I would schedule my dates like after work and they would be quick. I'd be like, yeah, happy hour, cool. One of them was on a Friday and 2 guys asked me out. So I scheduled them back to back. So I did like my 9 to 5 job and this was before I had a son, so I had free time. Mm-hmm. My son is my dog. Yeah. And I did a happy hour with one, and then I was meeting up with another one after, and this was all in Arlington. So I was like, oh, it's close, like it's 10 minutes. So the first date, I met at a rooftop. He ordered me a drink already, which I didn't like tell him when I liked. He ordered rosé, which is fine because I drink it. And he just he was like a tall white guy. He had a motorcycle helmet, and it was like on the ground. I think he brought it as a prop because he thought I would think it was cool. Anyways, so long story short, he drank way too much and he was like, but before I knew he drank too much, he was like, hey, wow, everything's about motorcycles. He was like, hey, let's go to another spot. It's like right around the corner. I have to move my bike though. Like you can come with me and I'll take you on a bike ride. And I was like, I don't want to go on a bike ride. He's like, it's 2 blocks. And I was like, after like a lot of like back and forth, I was like, fine. I get on the back of this man's bike. He starts trying to act cool. He like takes a turn and like grazes his hand on the ground. And I was like screaming. I was like, stop. I want to get off. Stop. So I got off the bike and he continued to go park. And I was like, I'll meet you at the next place. Mm-hmm. I'm at this bar. There's live music. It's crowded as hell. I'm at the bar and like the doors are the opposite side. I just turn around because I feel everyone's gaze go to the back.
Yeah.
That reminds me a bit of gaze forward. So I look and he has his motorcycle helmet under his arm with a leather jacket. His shoulders are slashed. He is bleeding from his face. I'm not joking. He's bleeding from his face and acting like nothing happened. He's just walking over and I was like mortified. I just ordered a vodka water and I put it down and I was like, did you crash your bike? He was like, yeah, I totaled my bike. And he came to the date still. You could have just texted me and left.
That's commitment. That guy would have been loyal.
I put my drink down and I was like, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. I was like, you should go. But first I was like, are you okay? Like you should call an Uber, obviously, and like go to the bathroom.
Can you see my finger?
I was like, are you? He's like bleeding from, and everyone's staring at me. And I was so embarrassed. I was like, I swear I don't know him. It's my first date.
Oh my God.
So long story short, then I went to the next day that I was an hour and a half late for.
Yeah.
This guy waited for me for an hour and a half and we actually dated for a few months and he was funny and I liked him. That was Sam.
Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Sam.
Shout out Sam.
Rabbits.
Yeah. Rabbits. Yeah, I got
That's
that from
funny.
him.
That first guy, though, almost killed himself for you, and you were like, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
He's like, what
And
do I have to do?
He was so mortified. He didn't message me ever
Yeah.
until like 4 months later. And he was like, I'm so sorry. I totaled my bike. I was like, yeah, I could tell you totaled your bike. You were bleeding from your head. And he goes, I had 6 bourbons before I even met up with you because I was nervous.
Oh,
And he drank like 4 drinks there. So I didn't know any of this. I thought he had only had like a couple drinks. And I was
that's
like,
a problem.
that's a problem.
That's a problem.
Another guardian angel moment.
Why do you think I'm single?
Because I don't think we have high standards, but because we don't feel like settling and we like know what we want now. We're at this point. You know what you want, especially you're like, I don't want that. I've been there, done that.
I feel like I also, there's
Also, you're really ugly. So that's probably what
that's
it
true.
is.
That is true. Yeah, it's really tough.
It's hard to look at you. No, but really, like you've been
so lovely having you.
You've had a lot
Niloofar.
of love. You've had a lot of lost love. And
Yeah.
I think you've now know like what you want and what you don't want. And it's kind of quicker. Like you're easier. You can spot it out.
I've never looked back on anyone and been like, oh, we should have stayed together. And that really tells me something.
Yeah.
That also, like, I have stayed in relationships too long sometimes where I felt bad or I was like, oh, I don't want to be mean or and I kept putting myself second. And I think I got to the point finally too where I've also seen a lot of people's relationships around me and I'm like, definitely don't want that. It's like I want someone to add to my life.
Yeah.
I think you do too. I want someone
I don't want
that
a
I
headache.
can.
I've had that.
I've had so many
always
headaches.
arguing and just like annoyed.
Yeah, someone who's supportive, someone who I can laugh with, someone who's smart. We have conversation with, someone I know that can like really keep my attention.
Yeah.
And sometimes
someone
can't.
who has muscles, someone who has
Tall.
some hair, at least a little bit of hair.
Yeah.
Someone who we're not asking for a lot. You have to have a good job. You have to make
6'2"
over
and-
$200,000 a year.
6'2" or over.
401k. Must love
We
dogs.
just want you to be stable.
Yeah. And hilarious. But
Good
also
with your
serious.
family.
Yeah.
Hilarious and serious.
You go to therapy.
You are up to date on what's going on in the world.
Up to date on your vaccines.
You care.
a lot.
Empathetic.
But then you also don't care about stuff.
Right.
You're not on social media too much. That's a turn off.
You can be on it a little bit.
But not too much.
But not too much.
Yeah.
You don't post shirtless pics of yourself.
No. Unless you're like in the fitness industry and that's your shtick. Like,
Sure.
that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
What else?
Did we already say hot? Yeah.
I don't care about hot. I just want to be attracted
hot
to
in
them.
your eyes.
Yeah, I was like, I will be, that's how I feel like most girls are, is like, you're attracted to the guy because of their person. Yeah, of course you have to be physically attracted to someone, but girls are easier to be like, oh my God, he's so funny, he's so smart. And then they become even more attractive in your eyes. Yeah. Like, that's my man. Yeah. Anyway, Niloofar, our time is up. What? Can you believe it?
I cannot.
I just love you so much, sister.
I just love you.
Hey, sister, do you still
I didn't even get to do
believe?
my West Virginia accent. Well, I shouldn't say West Virginia. My
Love.
country accent.
I wonder, oh, when the sky comes falling down for you.
Okay, that's enough.
There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. Any parting words for anybody out there? Of just anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Be nice.
Great.
Talk to the girl. Take a chance.
Oh, we're talking about dating.
Go to therapy.
Yep.
I'm just giving advice to people.
In general.
I guess just in general to people.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Everyone's going through stuff.
Yeah.
And laugh. I love laughing. Laughing's my favorite thing to do. Like, don't take yourself so seriously. Just like make a joke about it.
Truly.
You're depressed. Make a joke.
Make a joke about yourself.
Yeah.
I am a joke. I'm the biggest joke around.
You are the biggest joke. She is the biggest joke.
Thank you.
Just kidding.
Thank you so
You're
much.
not.
Anyway, I love you so much.
I love you.
I wish you lived in LA.
Yeah. Probably not going to happen.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
And this won't be the last time.
You didn't give me chai though. I'm a little bit
I
upset.
didn't, because I made the chai at home because I was going to pour it in the glasses here, guys, and I forgot. So sorry about
Classic
that.
Nas.
Yeah. Classic Nazanin. Thank you guys for coming to my Mehuni with my beautiful sister, Niloofar Nour. We'll see you next time.
Ciao.
Ciao, Bella. Good job, girl. And we're cut.